Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let's see. Let's see here. The big delay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I guess I'm working. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm a little late. It's 9:53 already a.m. Pacific time. We're sitting at a temperature of about 68 degrees. Today's daytime high, 78. A beautiful, perfect 78 degrees. It's been last few days into the 90s. We almost touched 100. So going down to 78 as our high is really nice. Pam J in there, just one gold. Pam J, $10. Yippee to Pam J. Thank you so much. Well, last time I set the goal at 5, and someone made a comment like, well, it's usually just 1. Why is it 5 now? And so I was like, well, so I guess I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll make the goal 10. And just keep you guys guessing. We'll just mix it up, I guess. But anyhow, so beautiful day today, 78 degrees, perfect temperature. We had some wind advisories. I haven't really been outside yet, so I don't know if it's windy. I do have my things. Now, what I've done, the reason I'm kind of late is because at the last minute I thought, you know what? This phone has been working best when it's as close to the wall as possible. And so what I had to do is I had to turn everything around. And it sounds like it's easy, and it's not hard, but it just took a little time to make sure the green screen is in the right. Because if I move 1 inch to the left or 1 inch to the right, then the green screen won't cover. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's covering right now completely. But anyhow, and then so all kinds of stuff. But anyhow, we're here, and it's going to be kind of a short show because I do have an appointment with the free legal aid again, but this is down at their main office. They are doing like a seminar or a class on how to get your eviction sealed. So it's a must go. I must go to that today. So we're going to cut it short. That's at noon my time. So I want to be done by at least 11. And I'll ring up the old Vay car. If you guys have been watching my videos and stuff, I found this new app where I can just call a car. They drive it to you remotely. And then you get in and you drive. Yesterday I did it. I got the car. I took my laundry down to the laundromat, dropped it off at the Fluff and Fold, went across the street to Blueberry Hill Diner, had some breakfast, and I spent about an hour and a half there, very leisurely, had a very nice breakfast, and I was just on my phone. I had a really nice time. Then from there, I went back across the street and down a ways to Albertsons, did some grocery shopping for about an hour and a half or something, or an hour, I guess, and then came back to the apartment, offloaded the groceries. I had the car for a total of, I think, about 2.5 hours. So that math didn't, what I said, anyhow, but I think it was 2.5 hours total, or maybe it was almost 3. I don't know. And but the total charge for the car was, I want to say just over $20, or was it close to 25? I forget now. Somewhere between 20 and 25 bucks. Because what they do is, when you're driving, they charge 35 cents a minute. I've been saying mile. It's actually a minute. That's why going to and from work was so different, because going to work, there's more traffic. When I come home at night, there's no traffic. And you can see the difference is about $3. Apparently, it's a 3-minute change in the traffic. So yesterday, yeah. So then when you're driving, it's 35 cents a minute. But if you're like at a restaurant or if you're doing shopping, then you go into what's called stopover mode, and then it drops down to 5 cents a minute. So yeah, I think it's a really cool deal. I'll be using that to go to my appointment. to that legal aid deal, and then I'm going to swing by and pick up my laundry and come back. Let me say hi to everybody. That Ask was the first one in, so thanks for being here. Ask says hi, TJ. Well, hi back at you. William's here. Hello, William. Good to see you. Roxanne Epstein's here. Hey, Roxanne. Good to see you. Stephanie B2. Hello, Stephanie B2. Hope all is well with you. Mr. Spock. Live long and prosper, my friends. Live long and prosper. Roxanne Epstein. What happened to the Trucker John theme song? Well, it's still there. I still have it. I'll be bringing it down. I'm just sort of doing some different things right now, I'm playing all the oldies. These themes I've been doing the last few shows. Those are the old ones I used to do from way back in the day, and I'm just sort of going through them right now, since everything is so topsy-turvy, right, with my life and with the whole show and everything. So I'm kind of mixing it up. We'll get the Trucker John theme song back in there. Don't you worry. It's not gone forever. Donna P's here. Hey, Donna P, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the Old Drivers Lounge. AM's here. AM? Where's PM? No. Well, there's Pam J. Hello, Pam J. Pam J with the $10 super sticker. Thank you so much again. Carrie C. Hello, Carrie C. Good to see you. Fancy's here. Hey, Fancy. Thanks for dropping on in. Let's see. I'm just scrolling down here a little bit. As far as I know, we are also multicasting, multi-streaming. I believe we should be on Twitch, and I think I'm still on Facebook. I'm not really 100% sure. I can check that in a little bit. Here's the Soulcraft. Hey, Soulcraft. I know you've been going through a tough time, with your dad and everything. So, my best wishes to you, Soulcraft, and to your family. Roxanne said audio is good. Thank you so much. Roxanne, oh, we got the green screen up. Yeah, I got the green screen up. It looks like, so is it over here? Is it over here? Yeah. I don't know what this little thing is. I don't know if it's just not covering right. I'm really hesitant to, oh no, it's over here. Okay, it's on this side. Oh yeah, see, it's just, I'm not even going to mess with it. So here we go. There's Pam J. $10, just one goal. Don't sell yourself short. Thank you, Pam J. Yippee! You're getting lots of yippies for that. I do appreciate the donation, helping out the show, keeping us going here. Roxanne Epstein, Brian Shapiro from Pushing the Limits makes his goal 10. Well, I was thinking about going to 10. Maybe I will. Maybe one time I'll make it 100. Just for the hell of it. So yeah, Pam just said good job. So yeah, how is it? If you guys are noticing any buffering, let me know. I think I found the ultimate sweet spot of this apartment. Finally, after 6 weeks? How long has it been? 2 months? Almost 2 months. It was March 28th, a day that will live on in infamy for Trucker John. And so March, it's April 28th, and now we're 13. So yeah, probably about 6 weeks. I guess about 6 weeks. Roxanne says the connection seems like it's better. Yeah, I got the camera on the stand on my stand here, and it's as close to the wall as I can get it. It looks like it's doing good. I started off with about 100% battery, so we should have enough to keep going here, hopefully. 70, they charge by time or mileage. Yeah, it's by the minute. In my video that I posted the other day, I was saying mile. I was saying 35 cents a mile, but it's not. It's 35 cents per minute. So if you get stuck in traffic, I guess that's where it could suck. But if there's no traffic, then you're good. But Anyhow, I like the service. As far as I know, right now, it's only being offered in Las Vegas. I thought there were 2 other cities. I thought I saw somewhere. They might have 2 other cities that maybe they're going to go into, but I think right now, as of now, it's only in Vegas. But you can check out the app. Go to the App Store and look under Vay, VAY. And I'm not getting anything for this. I'm not. They're not. That's an unpaid plug, I guess you call it. Christina Weibel, hi. Just getting it. Well, fine, but you're good. You're good. Gin Up the Bass is here. Good to see Gin Up the Bass. Gin Up the Bass. We're going to gin up the bass. Chris Doug, I walked 18,000 steps yesterday. 9 miles. My goodness. That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of steps. Hey, Sandy Foltz is here. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in here. Always good to see Sandy. Fancy, I was doing the same thing last night. I don't know, what, walking 9 miles? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure, but that was what you were doing. Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm mid-thread. Pardon me while I wipe my nose. While I kiss the sky. Sandy Foltz, what's up, John? Well, I'm just kicking it with you guys. I'm just kicking it. Having some coffee. I went shopping yesterday, and I was out of coffee. I hadn't had coffee for like a few days. So here we go. Sandy says you're good for now. Hopefully, I'm good forever. No. Is Robert Perez here? Did I skip Robert? Didn't mean to skip you, Robert. So if Robert is here, Robert from down San Diego way. Good morning to you. For some reason, I have it on all messages, and I'm not seeing Robert. Anyhow, glad you're here. Christina says intermittent buffering. So Christina says she's getting buffering. Now, if it's only one person, if it's only Christina, it might be on Christina's end. But if it's a bunch of you or all of you, then it's on my end. Pam J, do you have to shut the car off to get the 5 cents a minute, or just be in park? So what you do is you have to be in park, and because you have to shut the motor off, shut the engine off, and then you get out. You make sure whatever you're going to bring with you into the store or in the restaurant, make sure you got your phone, and well, you have to have your phone because you do everything on your app. But you just stand outside and you push the button to go on stopover mode, and then it has these questions that make sure are the windows rolled up? Is the engine stopped? Do you have everything you need? Blah blah blah. And then you say yes, and then you click it, and then it remotely locks. You can hear it lock, and then the side mirrors fold in, so you know it's locked. And then you go in, and you're on stopover mode. So yeah, you can't do it like if you're at a stoplight. If that's what you were trying to do, like, hey, I'm going to go to stopover mode at the red light. But no, it doesn't work that way. You have to be parked, and the engine has to be shut off, and you have to be like out of the car. Let's see. Pam J, and did you say there's a monthly fee? No, it's just as you use it. No monthly fee. It's just like I don't know. I'm trying to think what it would be just like, but yeah, you just go on. It just starts as soon as you get in the car. I think as soon as you unlock the car, you'll see it. It'll on the app. It'll have like a timer, and it'll say 1 minute or something. That starts off at 1 minute, and then as you're sitting in the car, and then it just starts running. And then when you're done, it shuts off, and it gives you your total due, or or actually, I guess it just automatically because you have a card on file and it just like debits your account or whatever, charges your card. Sandy Folds, how was your ride the other day with it's not Yay, but Yay's would be a good name. It's Vay. Well, like I was saying, I've been talking about it. It's been very good. I've been liking the ride. I've been liking that service. It's very, very convenient, and I think it's very, very affordable. Christina Weibel, I had 20 plus year relationship with a man from Trinidad and Tobago. Well, which was it? Was he from Trinidad or was he from Tobago? Just kidding. But he was a naturalized citizen when he was alive. He exposed me to different cultures and music. That's good. Hey, CR's here. Hey, CR. Chris Doug, good to see Chris Doug in the chat room. Chris says, it was a beautiful spring day yesterday. I took full advantage of it. I walked along the Hudson River on the Jersey side for 9 miles. Pam J says, nope, no buffering. So maybe that might just be Christina's. So hopefully, because it's good to know. It's good for me to know if it's just, on your end or if it's on my end. The Soulcraft says, I got to meet Ziggy in the early 90s. Amazing soul. Kind beyond words. Ziggy. Ziggy. Get Ziggy with it. Chris Doug says, slight buffering, but it comes back fast. Well, this might be the best I can do. I don't think I can do other than sitting outside, which is a no-go for all kinds of reasons. This is probably the best we're going to get it at this apartment. Christina loves fishbone. I kind of like the meat better. Pam J, how does Vay know drivers are really drivers and not a 10-year-old that stole Dad's iPhone? Well, I don't know if they do it every time, but the very first time I got in the car, because I guess it knew that it was my first time, and there is on the screen, there's a little icon. I don't know if there's a camera. I don't know. I was assuming there was a camera that they could see me, but maybe I shouldn't assume. So I don't know, but there definitely is audio, and the guy comes on. And he says, "Hey, I see this is your first time. If you have any questions," or he says, "Okay, so make sure do this, do that, blah blah." He kind of gives you a rundown. He says, "Do you have any questions?" And then after that, I think I rented it like 2 more times, and the guy never came on. And then yesterday, though, when I got in the car, I think it was the same guy. He comes on and says, "Hey, you have any questions?" And then I told him, well, maybe it wasn't the same guy because I don't know. But I said, "Yeah, I've been renting this for the last few days." I go, "This is the same as that car. I've been getting the same as that car." And all I told him was there was a problem with because they have a cord in there so you can charge your phone. I told him that's not working for some reason, and then he said he would check it out. But then once they sign off, once they say, "Okay, everything okay," and you're like, "Yeah, everything's good," then they sign off. And according to the app, if you read all the stuff in the app, they say that once you're done with that, they don't like watch you or listen to you or whatever. But I guess so. Other than that, I don't know. I guess that's a concern about whether or not a 10-year-old get in there. But like I said, I think they do when you first get in. I'm assuming they have a camera that can see who's in there. And they can probably go in anytime they want, but I don't know. I don't really care. Well, I mean, because I'm just using it for me, and I don't even think about that. But that is, I guess, a concern to think about. Like, what if some kid got in there and was joyriding around? And but hopefully, I think they would just if they found out, they would take over the car, I guess, or something. Fancy, how far can you go? I don't think there's any mileage limit, but you can only have it for 12 hours. And right now, since I think it's only in Vegas, when you're done with it, you have to park it basically in Vegas. There's a whole, it shows you on the map, and it's basically the whole Las Vegas area around here that you have to park it. So you can have it for 12 hours, and you can go as many miles as you want in that 12-hour period. But then when you're done, you got to be back in Vegas and park it, and that's how that works. Hey, Jolie's here. Good to see Jolie. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking in. I know, Jolie. I'm sort of late, and I'm not notifying you as to what's going on. So, thanks for jumping in. Pam J, that's a good question, Fancy. Will it shut off if you go outside? Well, I don't think it shuts off, but like I said, you could have it for, once you start it, you've got 12 hours, and then I guess you could stop, but I think you would have to be back in Vegas in this area to redo another 12 hours. But I'm not 100% sure. So, but in other words, you can't do a cross-country road trip. Not until if they get to be such a big thing and they have service all across the country. But right now, I believe they're only in Vegas. Hugger Greeter. Hey, Hugger Greeter. TK's here. Hey, Hugger Greeter. Would that be Teresa? Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking in. Good to see you. Sandy folks, do you work tonight? If I want to. I'm a part-time flex. I can go in whenever I want. I decided to take last night off. I took the night off last night. But I think I'll probably go into work tonight, and I'll probably work all throughout the week. And this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is EDC. That's the Electric Daisy Carnival. And it's basically, what do you call it? EDM music, the electric dance music. And they have all these big-time DJs there, like Tiesto and David Guetta, I think, is going to be there, and Steve Aoki will probably be there, and other ones that I don't even know that are probably even bigger than them now, But what they do is basically kind of like a big rave. I guess everyone drops ecstasy or does shrooms or whatever they're doing these days. They go out there basically in the evening, and they're half naked, and they're wearing lots of glitter and lots of sparkly stuff. And they go out there and they trip out and listen to this dance music, this electronic dance music, all through the night until the sun comes up. And then they get in their cabs or their ride share or whatever they take and go back to the hotels, crash out until the afternoon, and go back and do it again for 3 days. 500,000 people are expected. Now, we'll see. Everyone's talking about the economy slowing and all that kind of stuff. The last couple of years I've been doing it, I don't go there, but I've been doing rideshare and stuff for it. There's about 500,000 attendees. So we'll see if it's the same. I bet you it'll still be the same, if not more, this year. 500,000 people. And the thing about it is the taxi company is adding a surcharge, an automatic surcharge. So to pick someone up here and to drop them off there, it's an automatic $40 added to the fare. And the fares will be pretty big because it's about I'm going to say is it 20 miles? Let's see. What is it? It's probably about 17 miles, I bet. basically from the strip to there, let's just say 15 to 20 miles. So you're going to have that fare and then an extra 40 on top of it, just boom, just to take people out there. And then if you pick people up and bring them back to the strip, it's a $60 surcharge. So I'm hoping that I get a few of those rides, I guess. Christina Weibel says no buffering right now. That's good, Christina. I hope that clears up. Roxanne, Ziggy played guitar. Sandy Folds, how's your apartment going? I'm basically just decided I'm going to go ahead and try and go for the one. It's a studio. It's 1,000. I always forget if it's 1,025 or 1,075. But they take people with evictions. They're all, they're still working on some units. They're not ready yet. Everywhere else I go, it's like we don't take people with evictions, or it's like I don't know. There's something, and I'm just getting tired of it. So I'm just going to go to the one that I know is going to take me, and then that way I can at least, even though it's a small unit, and I think it's a bit overpriced, but like I said, that's the premium that you pay when you have an eviction on your record. But it'll be about $600 cheaper than what I'm paying now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over there to that apartment. And then once I'm settled and I'm in there and maybe I can get my eviction sealed, hopefully I can learn how to do that today at this legal aid class. And then maybe I can go from there. Now, the one that I really, really love, that little condo, that little one bedroom, I called them the other day. It's still available. I don't know if I'll ever get there. Oh, there's Teresa TAK. Then there was another TK. I'm confused. I'll go greet her. I think you got two accounts. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All your puppet accounts, all of them, like, subscribe, and share. Kelly Hell is here. Hey, Kelly Hell, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on in. The old driver's lounge. Gin up the bass. Gin up the bass. Going gin up the bass. The soul crap, the surge pricing with Uber kind of pisses me off. Just price gouging seems. That's basically supply and demand. The surging only goes up when there's really super high demand. So what you do, if you're not in a big, I don't know, maybe I'm pretty laid back. Like whenever I go to a game, I'm in like a Dodger game or something like that, and people are leaving in the 7th inning so they can beat the traffic, and I'm like, what the fuck? I came all the way down here to the game. I'm spending hundreds of dollars, all told with tickets and parking and gas and concessions and souvenirs and stuff like that. Why the fuck would I leave at the 7th inning to beat the fucking traffic? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to watch the whole game, and I don't even care if it goes extra innings. I'm there for the fucking duration. And I'm not going to run out of the parking lot. Big fucking deal. Just take your fucking sweet ass time, get in your car. There's going to be a line to get out. Big fucking deal. I don't understand people who get so crazy about, oh God, it's going to be hell to get out. You know ahead of time what the situation is. I don't get it. Unless there are certain cases. Okay, I'll take it back. Back when I worked for the post office in Van Nuys, there was a couple of times where my wife at the time, my ex-wife now, we went to some Dodger games and we had to work that night because we worked tour 1, which is graveyard shift. And I remember we had it just time kind of just right because with no traffic from Dodger Stadium back to Van Nuys, I think it was maybe a half hour, maybe less. I'm trying to think, probably less, maybe 20 minutes. So I guess there was a couple times where we kind of timed it just right. Like if we had to leave early, I think we might have left early. I don't know. Okay, other than that, I don't give a fuck, right? I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, about surge pricing. One time I was in Denver. It was when I was truck driving. I was in Denver, Colorado. I went to a Rockies game. I went a couple times to Rocky games and saw one time I saw the Dodgers. One time I saw them play the Brewers or something. When you get out of the game, so my hotel is like probably, I don't know, maybe less than 10 miles to the stadium where the hotel I was at. 8 miles or something. I don't know. And to get there with no surge pricing, it's like, I don't know, I forget what it was, 10, 15 bucks or something. But after the game, I went on the app, and everyone's on the app. Everyone's getting rides. And that same like $15 ride was now $60, $65, $70. So I was like, wow, I'll just wait a bit. So all I did is I went into a restaurant, had a beer, hung out for about half an hour, let things die down, went back on the app, search pricing was over, got my $15 ride back to my motel. A hotel. I was at a hotel, not a motel. So, unless you're in a terrible hurry to get to work or whatever, then, you can just wait it out or whatever. I don't know. Jet up the base. I'll catch you all later. I'm having lunch with a Harvard Law grad. A giant windbag, as you'd expect, but he's my son, so he's buying. All right, well, have a good lunch with your windbag Harvard Law grad son. And congratulations to your son. I don't know how long your son's been a Harvard Law grad, but good on him. Hey, there's Gary. Can you call me Gary's here? Hello, Gary. Can you call me Gary? Thanks for being here. Hope the truck's running okay or whatever. Oh, that's right. You don't have the truck anymore. I hope things are going good with you over there. Mad Mac? Did I? I don't know. Oh, there's Mad Mac. Hey, Slava Ukraini. Slava Ukraini back at you, Mad Mac. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us. Robert Perez says the ultimate welfare queen travels in a gold-plated 747 jumbo jet. The Soulcraft, they need that for more rural areas like here. Are you talking about LeVay? Well, we'll see how it works out. If it succeeds here in Vegas, I guess they'll expand to other places. So you can't take it out of Las Vegas. You can take it out. Like I said, you've got 12 hours. I could go to Hoover Dam, which is about 30 miles from here. I could go to the Grand Canyon. If I time it right, I think it's about a 4 or 5 hour drive. About a 4 hour drive, maybe? I don't know, 4.5 to the Grand Canyon. So I could drive there, maybe spend an hour or two there, and then haul ass back, But then but when you're done, it has to be parked in this Vegas area. It's a big area, but Carol Alana says is here. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Says I'm back to working on my tornado damage from years ago. Wow, lots of problems, but at least I have a non-leaky roof over my head. That's a good start. You don't want to get rained on inside your house. Yeah. Carolina, got to get back to the daily grind, but I'm listening in the background. All righty. Well, I'm glad I'm here. We're all here while you do that work. So, Soulcraft, Bad Bunny. Was Bad Bunny going to be at EDC? I don't even know. I don't know the complete lineup, but I guess maybe. Pam J. They should have breathalyzers in them. Maybe I don't know. Pam J. I don't know. I mean, maybe so. Maybe they should. I don't know. It's funny. The stuff that I don't even think about. I think about. I'm just thinking about me. Very selfish that way, I guess. I get the car. I get in it. I get to drive around. Get to do my things I want to do, and that's all I care about. So. Roxanne Epstein says they trip all night and then need to ride back to the hotel. You'll be in demand. Well, a bunch of harmless trippers. I've done it for the last 2 years with rideshare. The kids, I say kids, and they're actually a wide range of people I've taken out there, from people that were probably, maybe young, 18, 19, all the way up to people probably in their 50s that I've taken out there. So yeah, and they've all been nice. They've been really good passengers. I've had no trouble with any of them. One she gave me a little, they make these little necklace things out of plastic. One girl even gave me hers, and I used to hang it up on the window. When I moved, I'm sure it's packed away in one of the boxes. I don't even know where it is, but when I was doing rideshare, I would always hang it up on the mirror. And some people would recognize it. Apparently, they have these little characters that they make, and some dude goes, "Oh, that's Pikachu." Well, it wasn't Pikachu, but it was like that's Purple Baby or something. And I'm like, what? And he goes, "Yeah, that's." He goes, "Did you get that from EDC?" And I'm like, this is like way after EDC was all over with. And I go, "Yeah, well, one of my passengers gave that to me. I picked her up out there." So anyhow, I've had nothing but really good experiences with the passengers going out and coming back. So we'll see. Soulcraft, see, that's like surge pricing after a concert. Like I said, wait a half an hour if you can, unless you're in a terrible hurry. You just got to get back because life is passing you by, and you got to get back to if you're at a hotel or back to your house. If you can't wait 30 minutes, wait 30 minutes, and I bet you the prices will come down. A Soulcraft cost me $200 plus tip for 20-mile ride. Next time that happens, wait 30 minutes. If there's a coffee shop or a bar or a restaurant or a diner or something around, just go in there, go get a cup of coffee or a Coke and a piece of pie. I don't know, and then do the ride share after that. Fancy says a lot of callbacks said if you do that, they would take you. Fancy, are you talking about the ceiling? If I got it sealed? Sandy Foltz was evicted 3 times. I had no problem getting into my place out here. Wow. Well, when I went to the legal aid center last week, remember when I got rained on? The lawyer, all I did was give her my name, and in about 5 seconds, she brought up my case right there on the Clark County webpage. Clark County Justice System webpage or whatever. And there it was for all the world to see. John Fowler, eviction, whatever. So that's all anyone has to do. If I'm applying for an apartment, it's public record, and they can just look it up in 2 seconds and say, sorry. Now, some of them did say that if I had about 3 years since it happened, then they would consider me. But since it's only been like a month or 2 months, that's too soon. Hello, rest in peace, Jerry. Are we talking about Jerry Garcia? I don't even know. And then Jolie is singing a Grateful Dead song, I guess. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. I guess I skipped something. I must have skipped something. Oh yeah, Mad Max saying, "Hey, driving that train, high on cocaine." High on cocaine. All right, everybody. I'm just skipping. I'm still reading chat here. Like I said, I'm going to do a short show today because I don't want to miss that class. Mad Max, it's not going to let me put it into chat. I've tried twice. Oh yeah, I don't. You can't put links. If you're trying to put a link, I don't think you can put a link in there. I need to get a bigger coffee cup. Although I do the little cups, and so it wouldn't matter if I had a bigger coffee cup because it's only going to give me. And my coffee maker is only like a 1-cupper. I think I need to get a bigger one. Penny to Greats here. Hey Penny, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the old driver's lounge. I do appreciate you. Mad Mac, yeah, there's a few Deadheads in here, laughing out loud. The Dead has been playing at the Sphere, or the Dead and Company, I should say. Apparently, the Deadheads don't give a fuck, though. I mean, they love the show. The show. Every time I pick someone up from there, they say it's awesome. Even though I think Bob Weir is the only surviving original member left of the Grateful Dead, right? Then you Deadheads can, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's only one left. So I kind of, that's why they're called Dead and Company. But apparently, they're still great, even with all the fill-ins and new people. Apparently, John Mayer is really awesome. They seem to love John Mayer. Fancy, can the car drive for you? No. No, you drive the car. Once you're in it, now, because they say that once you're in the car, the remote driver guy is off and they don't do anything. So, Sandy folks, so they charge you a lot for VA. Well, Sandy, I've already got over all that. It's 35 cents a minute when you're driving. If you're stopping someplace like a restaurant or a store, you go to stopover mode. It goes down to 5 cents a minute. I had it for about 2.5 hours yesterday, and it was just a little over $20. And I got some stuff done. I dropped off my laundry. I went and had breakfast, and I went and did some grocery shopping. And there you go. Tim Farrell, gang, driving, but liking, sharing, listening. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much, Tim. Drive carefully. Drive super careful. Aaron West is here. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope all is going well with you. So we are now at full mod capacity. Aaron and Jolie, both in here. Roxanne, don't miss that class. Yeah, I'm going to sign off here in about probably 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, it starts at noon. It's probably 10 or 15 minute drive. Well, yeah, I have to call up. The car's not here today. So I think the first night I was here, I took it home and it was in the driveway the next day. It hadn't moved. Now I noticed, because you can see on the app when you're out looking for a car, you can see, it's kind of like like when you go on Uber and you can see the cars, where they're at. And I can see where they parked the car. They're parking it in a parking lot down here at UNLV. That's the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. I think I don't know if they got in trouble or they're afraid about parking here, overnight. Like maybe, I don't know. But now I've been noticing they've been parking it over there at UNLV. So yeah, it takes a little time to get over here and everything. But it takes about 10, 15 minutes to get it here. So I should probably not go too long on here. Roxanne, only mods can add links. Yeah, that's right. Cinebos, do you like hot tea? I'm not really into tea. I have nothing against tea, per se, but I make coffee because it's just I like coffee and it's easy, and I just pop a little K cup thing in there and off to the races. Sunny folks, do they have free live bands or concerts? Are you talking about in Las Vegas? There are some free bands. If you go to Fremont Street, they have 3 different stages, and there's usually in the evenings there's usually bands playing. Or are you talking about the Grateful Dead, or the Dead and Company? No, those aren't free. That's at the Sphere. It's actually pretty kind of expensive. A few $100 for tickets, I guess. Roxanne Epstein says, the Dead and Company, we love them even if it's only Bob Weir. We like John Mayer. It happened. All right, then. And then Roxanne Armfield says, very nice of you to think of Marsha. Oh, Krista was talking about Marsha. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Marsha's okay. Soulcraft, one of the best concert dads is John Mayer. Any given Thursday, it was filmed down here at Oak Mountain Amphitheater. Okay. Roxanne Epstein, there are plenty of Dead cover bands throughout the country. But this is official. This is the official Grateful Dead. This isn't just like a cover band. I mean, because Bob Weir's in it, and Chris Tuck says Mickey Hart and Bill Kreutzmann are the Grateful Dead are very much alive. Are they still playing in the band? So that means that I guess there's 3 then. Are they original? Are they considered original members? I'm not a Grateful Dead aficionado. So you guys know way more than I do. Joey says Trucker John has membership super chats. You can also support the show by liking, subscribing, and sharing, or you can buy me a coffee over there. Buy me a coffee. There's the link. Roxanne Epstein says Chris Doug. Yep, we just lost Phil Lesh. Yeah, he just died a few months ago. So if you have a band that you really like, here's the lesson, and they're getting up there, and you really like them, and they're still touring, and you have a chance to see them, you might want to go see them, because time is short, fleeting, fast. I don't know. I went and saw Bruce Springsteen last year, right? I guess it was last year. I don't know, time flies so by. Was it last year or the year before? But whatever. I saw Bruce Springsteen, which I thought pretty much looked like his farewell tour, at least with the whole complete E Street Band. I'm sure he'll go out and do some things solo and some smaller band and everything. But he had basically, and I know who was it? Someone was a real stickler about whether it was the E Street Band or not, but basically it's the E Street Band. It had like Miami, little Miami Steve, whatever. It had Lars, it had Gary Talent, it had the horn section. The only ones that weren't there are the ones that died, right? I think I forget which one of his keyboard players died or piano guys died, and then of course the big man died. But Clarence Clemens, his nephew, is amazing. So anyhow, I was able to see them, and I'm glad I did, because that was probably the last chance for me, anyhow, to see Bruce in the big full-on production of the E Street Band and doing the thing. And so if there's some band out there that you like and you have a chance to see him, you should probably go see him, because you just never know. The Soulcraft says, still, in my opinion, maybe the best concert on YouTube is A Perfect Circle live from Red Rocks, a.k.a. Stone and Echo. Starts off with cover of Imagine. Pam J, does Vay say they will get a car to you in a certain amount of time? Yeah, like when you go on, it'll say like first they have to find a remote driver. Like yesterday, it took a while to get the remote driver. I'm not, and I was just thinking the remote driver must be sleeping or something. I don't know, but usually it's pretty quick, and then the remote driver has to get the car and bring it to you. If it's not right there, like when I've been at work, the car that I brought was still there. So then you don't do remote driver, you just pick it up yourself. It's all on the app. There's deliver where they'll deliver it to you, or there's just pick it up yourself. And if you're just right by the car, then you just pick it up by yourself. Mad Mac, I drink tea all bloody day long, laughing out loud. All bloody day long, yeah. Yes, Roxanne. This is Chris Doug. Jerry Garcia passed back in the 90s. Yeah, it's been a while now. Was it 90s or early 2000s or whatever? I don't know. 2106, say the smooth sounds at 2106 coming at you. I am in NorCal. Grateful Dead is our house band. Yes, I'm a Deadhead. Well, there you go. Mad Max says John Mayer's organic song "Room to Move" has always been a favorite of mine. Roxanne Epstein. They are original band members. Mickey and Bill both play drums. So are they in? They're still performing with Dead and Company, and I believe Bob Weir is playing, right? So that's pretty good. You still got 3 of them. Fancy says Ozzy quit the rest of his tour. Poor old Ozzy. You know, the last few times I've seen him, he's not looking too good. He's, very up there in years, and I guess he's got. Does he have Parkinson's or something? He's got something going, some disease, illness. So yeah, it's sad. Now, when I first heard that he was going to go out on tour with Sabbath, right? And they announced right away, even from the beginning, that he wasn't going to be, I guess, at all of the dates, and he wasn't going to be out on stage the whole time. He was just going to come out and, I guess, sing a couple songs or whatever. And now apparently, even he couldn't do that. So, it's sad, but that's life. It's aging. And he's got the illness. He's been doing it a long, long time. So at this point, just best wishes out to Ozzy. And if you can't do that, then you don't do it. You can't tour or whatever. 2106, yes, I have worshipped in front of 710 Ashbury Street. Jolie's got to go. Shopping with my daughter, and we're at the store now. Love you all. Thank you, Jolie. Thanks for the time you were here. You're probably already gone, but enjoy your day out with your daughter. Thanks for being here. Sandy Phillips, do they have food trucks in the parks? Some of them do, yes. Not all of them, but I guess. Mad Max, sorry, John Mayall. John Mayall? I don't know. Isn't it John Mayer, the one who's... No? 206, sorry, I hate Bruce Springsteen. Petty music, though the River song is kind of nice. Well, now you and I are enemies, 2106. Yeah, you and I are enemies. Sorry, I can't be friends with someone who hates Bruce Springsteen. You could not like him. You can say it's not my cup of tea. I don't really like his music. But if you hate him, I'm sorry. You and I are now enemies. And I'm not going to read any more of your posts until you apologize to me. The Soulcraft, the only few neckties I own are Garcia's. I didn't even know he had neckties. Roxanne Epstein, 2116 Fish shows are... Oh, I didn't even want to mention that name. Are so much fun, very different from the bed. They get a bad rap. Fish played the Sphere also. They did 2 weekends. I think 2 like 3-day weekend appearances last year, and by all accounts, it was a great show. Richard's here talking about Iron Butterfly, and I got to beat a drum solo is epic. It is. It's like a 9-minute drum solo or something. Soulcraft says, I think he's talking about Ozzy. He still sounds great, but he just can't travel. Yeah, that's sad. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, that's right. Richard from Australia. It's 3:45 a.m. for Richard. Well, thanks for being up with us. And I'm about to shut the show down here in a couple minutes, because I do have to get going. I got to make sure I'm not late for that very important date. John Dev, Richard, that drum set is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how is David Bowie not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Am I wrong? Let me know. Number one, am I wrong that he's not in? Because I just heard on the radio some DJ saying that, like something like, once again, David Bowie is not nominated or not whatever. And then I was like, what the fuck? David Bowie? He should have been in on the very second he was eligible. How could David Bowie not be? And then there's other groups that are in there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who are these losers? I mean, David Bowie not being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a travesty. Roxanne, Bruce Springsteen does not have to be your favorite. But if you say you hate Bruce Springsteen, then we become enemies. That's what I want to say. Okay, I'll read this one. It's nice to have good enemies. John Deff is here. Hey, John Deff, Richard, that drum. Oh yeah, that's what I just already read. Yeah. Okay. John Deff's here. Hey, John Deff, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We're talking music today. A lot of music stuff. Mad Mac, I have 5 Jerry Garcia neckties. They're awesome. I didn't even know he had neckties that you could buy. The Soulcraft, turn on some Triple J and eat some Vegemite. Take a bite of my Vegemite. I never knew when that song from what are they called? What was that band? That big song. And when they say, like, he took a bite of my Vegemite or whatever, I didn't even, for one thing, I didn't know what they were saying. For years, for decades, I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't know until just maybe 5 years ago that they were saying Vegemite, because I have no idea what Vegemite is. Apparently, in Australia, it's a big deal. It's like a big deal that everyone eats. Like here, we eat hot dogs. They eat Vegemite or whatever. Richard can fill me in on this. I had no idea. I thought he was saying, like, took a bite of my. What did I think it was? Like, take a bite of my veggie sandwich or something. I don't know what I thought. I didn't know. I had no idea. For like 30 years, I didn't know what the hell he was saying, and then I thought I knew what he was saying, but it turned out it wasn't even at all what he was saying. So I didn't even know what a Vegemite sandwich was, and I'm still not sure I know what it is, but until maybe like 5 years ago. Roxanne, Epstein says, I love David Bowie, and yeah, travesty. It's a travesty that he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, my God, that makes no sense to me. Amber D's here. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Amber says, hi, y'all guys. I had a crush on in high school, stole my Bruce Springsteen tape. Oh, a guy I had a crush on in high school stole my Bruce Springsteen tape. I did not like him anymore after that. Yeah, that kind of ruins the crush. Yeah. Richard, born in the USA. That was the song and the album. I think that really put him in the mainstream. Like before that, even with The River And in the previous albums, with like Born to Run and Thunder Road, those are like iconic songs, Springsteen songs. But it wasn't until Born in the USA that and that's why a lot of the Springsteen fans before Born in the USA, they hate that album. They hate that time. They really, a lot of them turned on Springsteen, saying he's gone commercial. He's sold out. Born in the USA is a pretty damn good album, if you ask me. So I say screw all those people who say that. Men at Work. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Yeah, Men at Work. And they talk about the Vegemite sandwich. And I, first of all, didn't even know what they were saying until about 5 years ago. And then I didn't even know what Vegemite was until about that same time. Tim Farrell says, Bowie was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996. Okay, thank you, Tim. All right. Crisis avoided. Disregard everything I said about it being a travesty. Well, it would have been a travesty if it was not. I don't know what I heard. I blame some radio DJ who I thought said that Bowie was not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Chris Doug, Vegemite on Toast. John Dev, Down Under is the song. Is that what it's called? Roxanne MC, Men at Work. I come from the land down under. Yeah, that one. That's how far I am behind in the chat. Richard says, Vegemite puts a rose on every cheek. Mad Mac, my 9-year-old daughter loves I Love Lucy. She knows all the episodes, including the Vita Benjamin one where she got drunk. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, because she would take a little swig of it or something. All right, guys, it is getting almost to 11, so I should go ahead and end the show. Sandy Foldsmith says John Denver. Yeah, tragic ending to a really, great career, some great songs. I remember him growing up. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty sad. Page to create, David Bowie is in the Rock and Roll class of 96. Thank you guys for clearing that up. But you do understand my consternation? Is that... but I got some bad intel, apparently. Or I heard it... Or maybe I heard the guy say something wrong. I don't know. Or maybe I heard it wrong on the radio. It was on the radio. So I thought it must be true. It must be true. Tim Farrell says, anyone listening to Jesse Wales by the end of summer, I predict he will fill arenas. I don't even know who that is. Roxanne, phew, Bowie's in the Hall of Fame. I can't keep up. But yeah, what a relief to know. Yeah, because I was starting to question, everything. If David Bowie is not in the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I was just, I had questions about life in general. Fancy says, I looked up Vegemite. It sounds so gross. Is there spam involved with that? I'm not really sure. I don't know. Jeff Curry, fancy Vegemite equals shit. Jeff Curry chiming in. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. All right, guys. Yeah, I need to go. I need to call up the VAY car, and I need to get to my meeting. Not my meeting, like I'm going to AA. No, to my class over there. Sorry it's been such a short show, but hopefully it wasn't a shit show. I don't know. It probably was that too. Okay, guys, so it seems like this setup, putting the phone as close to the wall as I can get it by the front door, I think we had very little buffering issues. I wish I had done this 6 weeks ago. I know Fancy was saying go by the door. do this, do that, and Fancy, had the idea, and I thought I did. I remember standing by the door, and people said it was still buffering. But anyhow, I found the spot. This seems to be a good spot. So we'll do a show again, hopefully, live stream, on Thursday. And maybe even more. Maybe I'll do some surprise shows. So just always be on the lookout for old Trucker John, because you just never know. I might pop in, try to make up for lost time, since I've been kind of not doing too many shows lately. So anyhow, look for Trucker John at least on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and and Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and maybe I'll pop in again between now and then. Roxanne, setup was best so far. No buffering, so that's great. I'm glad to hear there was no buffering. Pam J said worked perfectly. No buffering today. Sandy, what class? I'm just going to a class or a seminar, or whatever you want to call it, on how to seal your eviction. And hopefully that will let me do that. I can figure out how to do that. Roxanne, clear that record. Yo, yeah. Mad Max 2080p all the way today, TJ. All right. Tim Farrell, Jesse Wells wrote a song called Red a day after Zelensky White House visit. Check it out. All right, I will check that out. Pam J, have a successful work night. Yeah, I'm going to go out. I'll probably go out tonight, check things out, and get a few hours in, I guess. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. The challenge is still there. At 4,000 subscribers, I'll eat a dandelion live on the live stream. We're like 120 away, if my math is correct. Wes Webb's here, coming in at the last second. Hey, Wes, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in here. Marsha, love you, Trucker John. Love you too, Marsha, and love all you guys. Love y'all. Brooklyn, New York, coming in at the last second. Hey, where you been? Wes Webb, say some stuck in some weird shit. All right, guys, that is it. Words of wisdom from Trucker John, from the most unwise person you're ever gonna hear. All right, but still, here we go. Here's some words of wisdom. Okay, guys, get your pad, get your pencil, write this down. Here we go. Today's words of wisdom are to just
well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes, but if we did, I'd be only too glad. So hasta la vista, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, it's time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again.
Trucker John, on the road he rides, live streaming all through the nights. From politics to pop culture he speaks. No topic is off limits, nothing is weak. From Vegas to the highways, he'll never tire. Shouting about food, talking about desire. He's the rebel of the asphalt, the king of the night. With a microphone in his hand, he's ready to ignite. Freedom is his fuel, passion in his soul. Gotta express himself, gotta take control. Moving through the country, keeping it real, no filter, no holding back, nothing to conceal.
Rolling down the highway in my rusty old rig. I'm a retired trucker, but my spirit's still big. Living in Vegas, where the lights never sleep. Broadcasting my thoughts for the world to keep. From politics to pop culture, I've got it all. Sharing my views, no matter how big or small. Talking about food and movies and bugs, shining a light on all the social issues. No shows, I've driven through the desert, seen the city so bright. But now I'm living in a different kind of fight. From my apartment in Las Vegas, I hold the key, exploring the world through my live stream for free. For free.